Hi guys, Sylvia again. Decided today to make a video for some of our varieties of tomatoes that we're going to be putting in this year. We're trying to figure out which ones we want to grow, which ones we might hold off on this year, and see how we're going. So right now we're going to be looking at cherry tomatoes. All right, so take two. Let's try this again. We're going to be looking at cherry tomato varieties that we currently have. So these are our tomato varieties that we've pulled out of our little cataloging system. So I went ahead and pulled everything for cherry tomatoes. So we have the Brad's Atomic Grape, and this is from Baker's Creek. Super pretty. I have not had the best of luck with these when I've been trying to grow them. Now I'm not an expert gardener, you know, I'm still learning and how to grow everything. So I'm going to give them a try again, more than likely, just to see how they do. We did these last year. These are just leftover seeds I didn't use. Did fairly well for these. So if we don't end up with a different variety, these turned out really good. Now these here, you'll see these are my packing skills, are seeds that I saved. So, and they are just a currant tomato. Got this plant from one of the big box stores, and they were like some of my favorite ones. Super prolific. Little tomatoes, about that big, and little clusters, and they were so good. I will try and find a picture for these. And these are just some that I have collected this last year. Now over here, we've got a lot of them, a lot of seed varieties from Wild Boar Farms. So I'm going to take a look at some of those, see how they are. So what I've done, I've just pulled up their website, and you'll see they are Exotic Tomato Company. I believe they're based out of California. Let's see. Contact as Napa Valley. So yeah, that's California. So based out of California. Super cool logo. Definitely like the boar. So here we are going to start looking at these. So these here are the Berry's Crazy Cherry Tomatoes. They are a yellow grape tomato, and they grow on these huge clusters. I've heard about them on several channels on YouTube, and they absolutely love them. They say that they're super prolific, and you know, it's great snacking tomato, which is what we're going to use them for. It is a lot of snacking, you know, salads and stuff too. So definitely going to be looking into this one. Now, let's see, for the Crazy Cherry. It says, huge clusters of pale yellow, oval-shaped cherry tomatoes, very good, sweet flavor. Huge harvest potentials come from the largest cherry tomato clusters I have ever seen. And that's basically the sentiment everywhere that I've seen these. So I definitely went looking for seeds. Believe Baker's Creek, when I went there, they were completely sold out of them. So ended up looking over at Wild Boar Farms and found them over there. And I kind of went a little crazy with my tomatoes this year. Now the next one we've got, these here are Blue Boar Berries. Small cherry tomatoes, of course, but they're here. So we've got those. So super pretty. They're like the purpley black on the tops. So we've got a stunning cherry with high levels of anthocyanin. The interior ripens to a brick red brown, and the outside is almost black. Big production and great taste from this amazing variety. It's sunburn, crack resistant, and disease tolerant. And they're great hang on the vines. Alright, so that is the blueberries. Alright, the next one is going to be the Cosmic Eclipse. They sent me a sample for this one. So, and they look so pretty. I'll pull that up. There you go. Definitely see the greens and purples and the reds and that really deep red color. Super pretty. So, Cosmic Eclipse. It's a 2 to 3 ounce fruit, very unique variety. Beautiful fruit, starts off green with dark green stripes and striking indigo color splashes. It ripens brick red with green stripes and lots of black anthocyanin, giving it a very beautiful multicolored finish. Great production, early to mid-season, very sweet. All right. So again, that's a Cosmic Eclipse. So the next one we're going to look at is called Kryptonite. So we've got those seeds. They are so pretty. They've got the green with the purple and almost like a chocolatey brown kind of smattered through them. So these here, they said, Kryptonite is a truly exotic looking tomato that blends the deep blue of anthocyanin with green and yellow flecks and striping. As its appearance may imply, it is appropriately tangy in taste. As with other varieties, the anthocyanin, the fruit are extra durable and have extended shelf life, an average 2 to 4 ounce. Kryptonite is quite productive. And the plants are indeterminate. They have a semi-late maturing cycle and grow on the shorter side, averaging about 3 to 5 feet in height. It is not uncommon for the leaves to be somewhat curly. So don't freak out at the leaves curling. So these are going to be super fun, I think. This will be the first time growing these. The last one we have is a Napa Chardonnay, which is this really pretty, you know, yellow-white looking tomato. They call it a yellow. So this one is a very productive yellow cherry with a pearlescence to them. Great looking with a very good flavor that is sweetly rich. Everyone who trialed it was very pleased. Another variety that has exceptional hang on the vine quality and can be harvested by cutting the entire cluster off, making for a very pretty and unique look. Early and does well in cool and hot conditions. So I think this one's going to do really good for us. I think it's going to do really good for us because right now we currently live in coastal Virginia. So we're looking at very humid, very hot conditions throughout the summer. Most summers, I think by August, my tomato plants are done for the entire year. It doesn't matter as much as you water them. It never fails. They end up with some kind of blight, some kind of just, they're done for. So if any of these are really good hot climates, it's probably what we're going to go with. I probably will be planting a little bit of all of them just to get them started. And you know, the ones we don't use, I'll sell. That way it'll help offset the cost of starting the garden this year. And see how we go from there. So next thing we're going to look at is going to be the large tomato varieties that I currently have. Alright, so we've done the same thing with this one. We've went through the filing system and we've pulled out all the large tomatoes. I didn't have a space for tomatillos, so that's in here too. But for large tomatoes, I got these from Botanical Interest this year. It's a Moneymaker. It's a large tomato. I've heard really good things about that one. Again, some of these are seeds that I've had for, you know, a year or so. So definitely be trying them again. Tomato Constelluto Fiorentino. If I say it wrong, please correct me. Again, this one's for Baker's Creek. Tried to grow these last year and I lost a lot of tomatoes. It was my first year trying to really grow from seeds was last year. The Carbon tomatoes, Baker's Creek, these did pretty good last year. I got a handful of tomatoes off of the plant. Want to see if I can increase production. Now last year I did Cherokee Purples, and I think almost everybody knows what Cherokee Purple is. They did not do well for me at all. So It's like the shoulders, they didn't turn purple, they didn't darken out. So what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to be trying the Black Beauty tomato. Again, I watch a lot of YouTube channels, and a lot of people say that they have really good luck with these. And if you like the more smoky flavors, they said this one's the way to go. So I got this one from Baker's Creek. So, let's see. Whoa, that's a little close. So, world's darkest tomato, so dark that some tomatoes turn solid blue-black on the skin. So it says start indoors 6 to 10 weeks before last frost. So around here, my last frost is middle of April. So tomatoes are going to be going in probably here in the next few weeks, if not started in the next week or so. Big Mama Hybrid, paste tomato. I think I only got like a handful off these, but I started them late last year because I was basically playing with them, kind of experimenting. We've got the Berkeley tie-dye green, super cute. And then, of course, just like before, I've got a lot of tomatoes from Wild Boar Farms, and we've pulled those up so you know what those look like too. So for these, we'll start with Cosmos. Okay, so Cosmos is here. So hard to find examples of more exotic looking tomato than Cosmos. Deep indigo anthocyanin stands out over extremely unusual layered spots that give the tomato a unique and even futuristic quality. Underneath its colorful and otherworldly appearance, Cosmos is a round, red variety that usually weighs in between 2 and 4 ounces. It is noteworthy that this breed is very productive and the fruit features great hang time on the vine as well as a good post-harvest life. Accentuating its other amazing trait, Cosmos possesses a classically sweet flavor that is very balanced in its acidity. It's an indeterminate. So the next one is the Constellata Genovese. I just like the shape of these. I think they're so funny. I have heard that they do have a higher instance of cat facing with this type of tomato, with like the heirloom tomato. Cat facing is basically where multiple blooms grow together and it creates a little funky tomato. So looking at these, indeterminate, very popular Italian heirloom variety, deep red with beautiful ribbing, very good producers and also pretty early, approximately 65 to 70 days. So that's going to be an early variety. For that one, we've got the pink Berkeley tie-dyes. Now we had the green. So here's the green and then the pink there. So pink Berkeley tie-dyes. These here are 8 to 12 ounce fruit, beautiful early and very sweet flavor. 10 out of 10 people liked it better than the Cherokee Purple in a farmer's market taste-off. Early to mid 65-75 days, compact, indeterminate, regular leaf, port wine colored beefsteak with metallic green stripes. Excellent sweet, rich, dark tomato flavor. So this one's also going to be a early to mid-early. So probably a good one to start too. There. Now this one, kind of like a classic heirloom. Large barred boar. So this one's an 8 to 12 ounce fruit, early to mid-early. Like most dark tomatoes, this one is my first ripe tomatoes each season. 65 to 75 day, indeterminate, regular leaf, grows fairly stocky and not as tall as most indeterminates. Flat and medium beefsteak fruit, a good choice for marginal tomato climates. Pink brown with metallic green stripes. Very meaty pink flesh that is very flavorful. Originated from an F2 black and brown boar. The only large tomato in a row of 200. First large striped tomato I've ever seen in my time. So that one I think is going to be very pretty. So, and what they're saying is an early producer, which is always good around here, where I was talking about where the heat generally kills a lot of my plants. And then my last one is a Lush Queen. I'm seeing a trend here. I like stripy tomatoes. But like I said, a lot of them, if they are something that I can pick up in the store, more than likely I'm not going to want them, because I want something that not everyone else has. So this one is called a Lush Queen. It is a 6 to 12 ounce fruit, mid to late, dense, meaty, very beautiful striped pink beefsteak. Good production, flavor, improved hang time, shelf life, sells very well at farmers markets. So this one's going to be a mid to late season. So what I'm thinking is we can possibly get in some of these early ones, see what they're going to do, and start this one, you know, in a pot, and then see how it does later. So that's the ones for there. All right, so I've kind of gone through all of my tomato varieties that I currently have. Now, I will tell you, I have a bad habit of going into the big box stores or to farmers markets and finding plants, and it's like, oh, I have to have this. Same thing applies for tomatoes. If I find something that is piquing my interest, I will probably get it and try one or two, and if I like it, I'll try and save seeds, which is what I did with my small variety of tomatoes, where I kept the currant tomatoes, the really tiny ones. Just bought one plant, super prolific, saved the seeds. So I'll probably end up doing that again. Right now we have approximately 15 boxes that are 4 foot by 8 foot, each of them. So we definitely have the growing space. Land here is a lot of clay, so I can't put a lot of stuff in the ground. I think there would be too much amendments required, so we do tend to try and stick to raised beds. So that's kind of tomatoes in a nutshell for around here. We're going to try some of the other ones. This is just the larger variety of things that I have. So what we'll do is kind of push some of the other varieties of vegetables and fruits that I have into one video, instead of like one extremely long one, because I know this is getting long. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and we will talk to you next time. All right.